The topic is that mutations and genetic code. You see, we were studying about the genetic code. Genetic code, you know that this is the information, this is a library, this is information actually, and codons are there in that. So all those informations you know, but we come to a new topic in connection with the genetic code. So what is that new topic? That is called mutations. What you mean by mutations? Because normally in 10th standard also you might have heard about. Have you heard about mutation, the word? Have you heard about the word mutation? Yes. So what is mutation? Look at there. You see, normal way we have a DNA. This is the DNA. Can you see the DNA? Now you see, this is the DNA I'm talking about. Now you see, in this DNA you can notice that you see there are nitrogen base pairs. This is the DNA, and this DNA sometimes due to certain reasons, maybe due to chemical substances, or maybe due to UV rays or radiations and so on, some kind of, what you can say, sudden change will occur. Some kind of sudden change may occur, and these changes, if any sudden change occur there in the DNA, and if it is hereditary, if it is transmittable to the next generation, we call that is mutation. So remember what I say about mutation. Mutation means a sudden heritable change in the genome. A sudden heritable change in the genome is known as mutation. Okay. So what it says here, you can see that in DNA, the sequence what is given over here. In previous slide I have shown the sequence. Now look at the sequence over. These are the nitrogen base sequence. So in this nitrogen base sequence, somewhere you just imagine that here two nitrogen bases, that the two nitrogen base pairs added over there. So when it is added over there, for first generation if it is there, and second generation again normally like that, then this is not a mutation. So first generation you got the answer like this. In the second generation also this change is there, then it is called mutation. That is why I said mutation means a sudden heritable change in the genome. Sudden heritable change in the genome is known as mutation. Now in this case, if you look at, you see normal sequence, you look at there, T, C, G, C, A is going on, but in between C and G, two base pairs added over there. It is an extra. It is coming from outside and it is added in between. So when it is added in between, the whole meaning has been changed. Now you see every three nitrogen base is having a meaning. It is one codon. It is one codon. Then CGC, another codon. ATG, another codon. But when two added over here, what happened? The meaning has been changed. It becomes TCT. That is exactly correct. But after C, देखिए CGC के जगह पे CAA has come. So that's something new, something different. So this kind of sudden heritable change in the genome is known as mutation. Now look at over here, your moving picture you are getting over here. A moving picture you are getting here, how this mutation occurs here. The mutation can occur in different manner. In this picture you see one particular type. Now this is the nitrogen base sequence. Just imagine that these are the nitrogen base sequence. In this nitrogen base sequence, what you can see that, you can see that after a time, these four nitrogen bases, that is cut off, and then it is getting reversed and place it back. Okay, you just look at this picture over here. These four nitrogen bases, that is cut off and then inverted, and then it is placing it back. Then you look at the reading. If you look at, you can say that will be changed. Okay, for example, let me try one thing. Okay, I'm not going there. Okay, so you can see that this kind of changes happening there. Okay, if you're observing this moving picture, you can see very clearly one segment of the DNA is cut, that is happened just now, and then inverted and then joining back. So then the sequence, the nitrogen base sequence are getting changed. That is a mutation. That is a kind of mutation. Now you see when this kind of changes occurs, you know that every 3 nitrogen base we say one codon that is representing a particular character or that is representing a particular amino acid, and that amino acid will be become the protein, and protein will be deciding, protein is expressing the character. So when a change occurs in this manner, now you see in this case, this is the DNA strand. Here 2 nitrogen bases are cut off. Now you see GAC, GCC, ATG and CAT. But out of these various nitrogen base pairs or bases, 2 are cut off. When 2 are cut off, you get a new strand. And the terms you look at the GAC, correct? GCC, GCC, ATG, no. Now it is ATA. So this kind of changes happening, and when this kind of changes happening, the character also will get changed. That is what is written here. Any mutation that will cause change in genotype. Now what is genotype? Please write there in the chat box, what is genotype? TT, character, genetic makeup. Okay, come on, write. Okay, the correct meaning of genotype is that, the correct definition of genotype is that the genetic constitution of an individual. The genetic constitution of an individual is known as, or in the genetic constitution of a character is known as genotype. You know, genotype and phenotype. These two are the technical terms over there. And the genotype means the genetic constitution of a character, that is the genotype. And when this genetic character or genetic constitution expressed in an observable form, that means you can see, you can touch, you can observe, that is called the physical character. The physical character is known as phenotype. So every phenotype is controlled by genotype. That is why you are writing tallness. Tallness is controlled by capital T, capital T or small t. The red color, that is represented by either capital R or small r, capital R, small r. So this capital R, small r, or the capital T, small t, or capital T, whatever it is, that is representing the genetic constitution of the character. So such genetic constitution of the character is known as genotype. And when that genotype expressing a character which you can see, which you can observe, that is called phenotype. So such character will change when there is a change in the sequence of nitrogen bases. You are getting me clearly, friends? Now you see, these are the sequence of nitrogen bases. The movement, the nitrogen base sequences are getting changed. The character also will change. That is why it is written there, genotype also changes. Okay, now look at here. Now what is saying here? Now here, these are the nitrogen bases. First 3 nitrogen bases. Altogether, you know, 4 different types of nucleotides are there. In color, they are shown it. There is a blue color nitrogen base, yellow color nitrogen base, green color nitrogen base, and maroon color, yeah, brown color, what you can say, nitrogen base. So each and every nitrogen bases. Now you see first 3 nitrogen bases, that is representing an amino acid. Then the second set of nitrogen bases representing another amino acid. Then third set, like that it is going on. Okay, but when in this sequence, if you make any kind of alteration, if you make any kind of change, you can see that the amino acid which is produced will be changed. That will result in change in phenotype. That will result in change in character. Is it clear to you, friends? Is it clear to you? Any change in the sequence of nitrogen base will result in change in character. वो statement याद रखना. Okay. Now look at over here. Now ये picture आप देखिए, इधर एक moving picture आपको देखने को मिलेगा. So when you observe here, you see 3 nitrogen bases. This is representing one character. This is representing one character. This is representing one character. So all these 3 nitrogen bases representing one character. Now you see what is happening over here. What is occurring? You look at here. This is a 3 nitrogen base pair, combination. But out of these 3, one has gone. One is this character, the particular nitrogen base is disappeared. So when this nitrogen base is disappeared, what happened? The nitrogen bases which are on the right side, that has come to the previous position. The character has been changed. That is what is called deletion. So what is deletion? Deletion means we can say any one nitrogen base is changed or it is removed. That is removed. So if any one nitrogen base is removed, the frame is going to shift. The frame is shifting to here. Now this nitrogen base from here to here, it has shifted to here. So character is changing. This kind of mutation is called point mutation. That is called point mutation. Okay, that means one nitrogen base is removed. That causes in frame shift. Then we can say that is point mutation, or we can say that a single base is changed there in point mutation. Is it clear to you? Now one technical term I told you, deletion and point mutation. Point mutation means point. Point ka meaning one nitrogen base is removed. One nitrogen base is removed. That causes the shifting of nitrogen bases. That is called point mutation. So wherever one nitrogen base is removed, there mutation can occur. Okay, is it clear to you? Now I told you what is mutation. Then second, we have seen that what happens because of mutation. Because of mutation, the genotype will change, the character will change. And then I told you that there are different types of mutation. Out of that, one you have seen now, that is called point mutation, in which one nitrogen base is getting deleted, removed, and that results in shifting of the other nitrogen bases. Okay, now look at next one. You can see that because of this kind of mutation, the character changes, I said. And this changed character, I told you that when mutation occurs, generation after generation, if the change is transferred, generation after generation, if the change is transferred, then we say it is mutation. If it is restricted to only one generation, then it is not a mutation. So because of mutation, what can occur? Evolution can happen. Now you see, normally you know what is a you know that the color of the frog or color of the toad, you know it. But you see this color change occur, that may result in evolution. Another example I will tell you. Hi friends, you know human beings are having tail. What do you say? Please write there in the chat box. You have tail. Aapko tail hai? My question, you listen properly. My question is that whether you have tail. Okay, so you are saying that we don't have tail. Somebody said yes. Yes, no, both the answers are correct. Normally we have tail, but that tail is rudimentary, that is not visible. Our tail is not visible, that is rudimentary. The tail, like other animals, we cannot see there in our body. But you just imagine that due to certain change in the genome, tomorrow in one generation, the tail appears. Already such cases are there somewhere. In India also you can see. So if the tail is appearing in one generation, that means one father got a child and that child is having tail. So when that child is getting next generation, that child is also having tail. Then it is go on the next generation, next generation, like that, third generation, fourth generation. You can see that if the tail is continued, that will result in evolution, we can say. Because of mutation, character is changed. So we can see that any kind of mutation which is occurring, due to mutation, the character may change. And if the character is changing generation after generation, you can say that that is the raw material for evolution. So now you see this frog, you know the color of the frog. You know the color of the frog, but you see that this kind of white frog you get, that means there is a genotypic change, there is a mutation. Okay, so it is a raw material for evolution. In between, one question I got, due to not using tail disappears slowly, that is why it is rudimentary. So there is a why question. So now the question is that, see, if any organ which is of no use, that we call as vestigial organ. Even you know that we have appendices, one organ is there in the related to the digestive system. So that is of no use. So such organs we call rudimentary organ. In our case, we can say the tail we don't have. So I don't think that the tail is become rudimentary. That is because of we were not using it slowly. The length decreased, and it has become rudimentary. I don't think. So anyway, the God created us in such a way. That is what we can learn now. So we are not going after science, because we all are believing in God. Whoever is or whatever is your God, you believe in God. So God created us. That is what we say. So accordingly, we are like that. So we are not running after evolution, even though we are science people. Okay, here pin also. Okay, leave it now. So now this is the point. So anyway, the mutation is the raw material for evolution. Now look at this slide. Different types of mutation. I already told you one type of mutation in between, but in this slide, you are going to study about different types of mutation. Now look at the picture over here. It's again, it is an animated picture. In this picture, you can see that gene mutations, 3 types are there. 3 types of mutation. Look at here clearly. It is called insertion. Insertion means, now look at here, this is the actual nitrogen bases. 4 nitrogen bases are there: adenine, cytosine, thymine, and guanine. So 4 nitrogen bases are there. Now what we are going to do, we are going to add an additional nitrogen base over here. Now look at here, one additional nitrogen base over here. So when we add an additional nitrogen base, again the sequence will change. Now A, C, T, G. Now when you add an additional nitrogen base over here, the sequence is changed in such a way, A, C, A. So that is representing something different. So this is called insertion. So this kind of mutation we can say insertion. What it is? What is insertion? Please write there in the chat box. What is insertion? Please write there in the chat box quickly. Addition of nitrogen base. So already there is a sequence. Into that sequence, we are adding an additional one. So that is what is called insertion. Now here look at second picture. देखिए ये picture देखो. Now in this picture, what you can see, 4 nitrogen bases are there. The thymine, okay, that thymine we are removing from there. This is removed from there, disappeared from there. then it is called deletion. Okay, so delete कर दिया. So इसको ये जो nitrogen base को delete कर दिया. So when it is getting deleted, it is also known as a type of mutation. I told you the name in the last slide. What is that? Please tell me. When you remove one nitrogen base, yes, it is good. Pinky has given me the answer. Then Salmani also given. Everybody giving that. Okay, okay, very good. You are writing. So point mutation. This is called point mutation because here what you can see that nitrogen base you are removing. So this is called deletion. So here insertion, here deletion. Now you see another one over here. So another one over here, what you can see, just observe what is happening over here. You tell me and write there in the chat box what is happening over here and where changes occurs. That also you just tell me there in the chat box. Observe it. Observe this one. Yes, the G is changed. The G is replaced. This is G nitrogen base, and this nitrogen base is changed by another one. In place of G, you are placing T. This is what is called substitution. So in this case, one is replaced by another. One is replaced by another. Which is replaced here? The guanine is replaced here, and guanine is replaced by thymine. That is called substitution. Now you see that when you have lecture, for example, bio lectures are there. Imagine you just imagine that my lecture. When I am not able to take, so in my place somebody else will come there. That is called substitution. Are you getting me? Are you getting me, friends? Yes. So these are the three types of mutation. In one, you can see that you are inserting one nitrogen base additional. The sequence will change. In another case, one is removed from there. The sequence is changed. In third case, you are adding one in place of another one. You are adding one nitrogen base in place of one. So again, what will happen? The sequence will change. Sequence will change only here. Okay. So these are the three types of gene mutations. One is called insertion, deletion, and substitution. Okay. Now we are going to see about point mutation. Now point mutation, what I told you in the last slide also I told you, and the last slide also I told you. What is point mutation? What is point mutation? Deletion. Point mutation means you are removing one particular nitrogen base pair. Now look at over here. Just see this example. This is the normal case, normal example. Just see the sequence over here. G, A, G. This complementary strand will be C, T, C. So this nitrogen base, that means G, A, G. A has sequence. Because this is the one which is becoming messenger RNA. Now you see this is the RNA. So this one we are not considering. We are considering only this, the first one. G, A, G. This GAG representing a character. The GAG representing a character. What is that character? It is synthesizing a protein called glutamine. Okay. So you can see that GLU karke jo amino acid hai, that amino acid is synthesized by this particular three nitrogen bases. Okay. So these three nitrogen bases are responsible for this particular amino acid, and that is synthesizing a normal protein. But when mutation occurs, now look at here, when mutation occurs, come here, see the sequence over here, what change you observe here? You please write there in the chat box what change occurs. What change you see over here? Yes, the A is replaced by T. That means the A is disappeared. A is disappeared, and in place of A, what has come? The T has come. Now it is G, T, G. So similarly, the complementary strand also will change. So what is the letters here? Look at here, G, U, G. When RNA is synthesized, it becomes GUG. Idhar dekhiye, GAG. that represents GLU. And when it is becoming GUG, simply one letter has been changed and it becomes GUG. So the amino acid is changed. The amino acid is becoming now VAL, that is valine. So this protein, we can say, is synthesized because of mutation. The character is changed. See, this is what exactly you see there in hemoglobin. In hemoglobin, when there is normal condition, you can see it is like this. This is the normal hemoglobin. But when this kind of mutation occurs, the protein which is synthesized, you see that this causes abnormality, and then this situation is called a sickle cell anemia. You know it. I think you studied this one there in chapter number 3. I don't want to explain now. Okay, I don't want to explain because it is, I think this you have studied there in chapter number 3. So, okay, so because of this slight change, there is only one slight change. One nitrogen base has been changed. Only one nitrogen base has been changed, but that has resulted there in a disease called sickle cell anemia. So this is the normal condition and this is the abnormal condition. Reason is that here the normal genes there, but here's what happened. Some gene has been changed. Some nitrogen base has been changed. The character has been changed. Okay. So you can see that this is about the point mutation. Now look at next one, frame shift mutation. Now frame shift mutation means now you have to see this this frame properly. Everything is mentioned over here. When you observe this one at the end of this slide, you should know all the different types of mutations. Now look at read the first sentence. As the man saw the dog hit the can and it is. Okay, I just read like that. Now you see, this is the beginning point, this is the beginning and this is the ending. आपको मालूम है RNA में एक starting point है, एक termination point है. So this is the starting point and this is the ending point. Read it now once again. The man saw the dog hit the can end. That is the normal gene. Now you just look at next slide. When you look at the next slide, I mean not next slide, next line, look at here. The man saw, either a big T comes. Now see, either kya hai? What is this? Please write there in the chat box. What is this? What is this? Look at my point. G. That means it is dog. Am I right? It is dog. Now this G is replaced here. Instead of G, something else has come. What has come? The G is replaced by thymine. Are you getting me? The G is replaced by thymine. I'm sorry, not thymine. T. The G is replaced by T. Abhi dekhiye, what is the meaning of it? Idhar kya hai? The man saw the dog. You know the meaning now? Now you see, the man saw the dot. Meaning change ho gaya? Or meaning is same? The meaning has changed. Okay. So by a simple substitution of a letter, that means instead of G, what has come there? The T has come. So the dog, you know, that is an animal. Now that has become a dot, symbol dot. Now you see the man saw the dot hit the can end. So meaning has changed. So this kind of mutation we call point mutation. This is called point mutation. Is it clear? Is it clear, friends? Yes. Now look at the third sentence. Now third sentence, look at there. In third sentence you can say, now you see the complete DOT has been disappeared. Not even DOG or DOT. The whole thing, these three letters, the three letters are changed. That is removed. That is cut off. Now look at the man saw the hit the can end. Either एक मीनिंगलेस सेंटेंस हो गया. Now it has become a meaningless sentence, but you see it has its own meaning. The man saw then nothing else, hit the can, end. So that means how this change has occurred, that is because this dog, now let us take, this is the basic one. अब इधर ये एग्जाम्पल आपको बताया, मैं ये एग्जाम्पल ही ले रहे. ये एग्जाम्पल में डॉग इज चेंज, वो जो 3 letters, ये जो वर्ड that is cut off, that is called deletion. That is called a deletion. Is it clear? The meaning has changed again. So when one nitrogen base has been changed, the meaning has changed. Then the 3 nitrogen base combination means we can say one codon. One codon is changed, one word is changed, yeah, cut off, the meaning has changed. That is called a deletion. Now look at the fourth one. Fourth one, look at there. What do you understand there in fourth one? Please tell me. Use the chat box. Use the chat box, please. Yes. What do you see something there? Before dog, before this is the dog. Before dog, you are adding a new word. You are adding a new word. What is that word here? Fat. Now you see, the man saw the dog hit the can end. So now one word you change, added over there. The fat word you included over there. Meaning has changed. Here it says that the man saw the dog. Here, when the word has added over there, the meaning has changed as the man saw the fat dog. So this is what is called insertion. Got it point clearly? Got this point? So when you add a point, when you add a nitrogen base or a pair of, 3 nitrogen base pair, that is a word we can say, a codon we can say. So every time a meaning changes. Got it? Now come to the last one. The last one, what you can see? Just look at here. The last one, you are seeing that one letter is removed. Now you see the man saw the dog. Here, look at here, what has happened? The G, the D is disappeared. The D is disappeared, and you know that we are counting 3 letters to make a word. All these are 3-letter words. Am I right, friends? All these are 3-letter words. So when you change this D or when you remove this D, what is happening here? Look at that. कहाँ ये change हुआ है? Where this change has happened, or where this nitrogen base has cut off? वहां से आगे देखिए. You see, you are not in a position to read. Now you see, this is all these things are same here. Now look at here. Hit the can end. Okay, is it clear to you? The whole thing what is given over here, that is same as it is here. But when you remove this word, what happened? From here, 1 letter पीछे चल गया. Yeah, it is, you are getting confused there. But what I say now, all the words, यहाँ से यहाँ तक, all the words we can say, that is of 3 letters, 3-letter words. Am I right? You know that genetic code is 3 letters. Genetic code is 3 nitrogen bases. Genetic code is of triplet code, we say, triplet. So we have to make it triplet. All the words must be of triplet. Yan tak everything same. The 3 are there. Here 3 are there. Here 3 are there. Here 3 are there. Dog 3 are there. But you remove the D. Then how many is left? Only 2. So you want to make it 3. How will you make it 3? आगे का लेटर पीछे आएंगे. आगे का लेटर क्या करेंगे? अभी आप देखो असेंबली में, अभी कुछ प्रोग्राम के लिए आप लाइन में खड़ा हैं. Are you getting me, friends? You are standing there in the queue, there in line. Somebody doing some mischief. So in between, one is removed. So you just imagine that you are standing there in multiples of three, or sorry, in numbers of three. 3 boys, then 3 girls, then 3 boys, then 3 girls, like that. You just imagine you are standing like that. So one boy did some mistake over there. So in one set, only 2 boys then, but we cannot make it as 2. We need 3 students there. So what we'll do, आगे जो girl है, वो girl 2 students के साथ में आएंगे. So 2 boys and 1 girl. Are you getting the point? What I mean? That means when one letter is removed from here, आगे से एक एक जन को पीछे पीछे खींचेंगे, because we want to make the word 3 letters. Now you see here 3 letters are there. These 3 letters are nothing. O, G, H. Now again look at here. I, T, T. This is what you see here. H, E, C. Here. A, N, E. Here. That means what I say, when one letter is removed, the whole thing is coming back. Then the aage you see the meaning has changed. Now these letters have no meaning. Here meaning is there. Hit. H-I-T, hit. Meaning is there. Now H has gone. H has gone with a OG. See? So hit has changed. Character has changed. So this is what is called a frame shift. So wherever there is a deletion, there you can see a frame shift. So remember, so wherever insertion occurs, okay, so insertion and deletion occurs, you can see that the character will change, the sequence will change. When the sequence changes, when the character changes, you can see that the amino acid also will change. But so instead of one character change removed, or one character removed, or one letter adding over there, if 3 letters are added, if 3 or its multiples are added, you can see that will result in addition of an amino acid, because 3 letters always representing one amino acid. Are you getting me, friends? Are you getting me? 3 nitrogen bases always representing an amino acid. If you add a 3 nitrogen base over here, that will result in addition of another amino acid. If 6 nitrogen bases are added, that will result in 2. If 3 nitrogen bases removed from there, that will result in deletion of amino acid. So remember, 3 or multiples of 3 bases either added or removed. So the amino acid also will be added or removed. So this much clear to you? This much clear to you, friends? It's clear to you? Yes. Okay, now you just see this picture. Here, already I've seen that this is frame shift. So cut होकर change करके रख दिया. अभी just imagine that my head कट करके उल्टा निकाल के रखेगा तो मेरा फेस कौन सा डायरेक्शन में जाएगा? बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन में जाएगा. मैं आपको देख रहे, जस्ट इमेजिन दैट मेरा मुंडी कट करके वापस उल्टा करके लगा दिया तो मेरा फेस कहाँ होता है? पीछे साइड में होता है. So this kind of change you see here. Okay, inversion, invert a segment of DNA end to end. That is what you see here. Okay. Now we want to come to the next part. The mutation and the genetic code is over. Before come to that, so before I start this topic, we will go for a poll. Now get ready for the poll. Yes, we are going for the poll. Just do it 1 minute time. Okay, come on, do fast. 62% only done so far. 49, 50 seconds. 9, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. Time is over. Okay, I'm sharing the result. Okay, now you see the result. 71% has given me the answer 20. Question is, how many amino acids present as building blocks? What is the correct answer? Yes, 20 is the correct answer. And what is this for? What is this for? What is this 64? What is this for? Can you say for? What is this for? 4 is 4 different nitrogen bases. याद रखना. 4 का story बोलेगा तो 4 different types of nitrogen bases. 20 different types of amino acids. What is this 64? What is this 64? Please write there in the chat box. I'm stopping the sharing. I'm going to give you another one, another poll. Another poll you are going to get now. Yeah, the 64 is nothing. That is the codon. Now you are getting another poll. You just do that fast. One minute is over. Okay, now here, number of students who are given answer, that is very less. Only 17 students responded. Only 17 people responded. Yeah. Only 17 students responded. Out of that, 41 is saying that it is transcription. 24% is saying capping, 24% is saying terminating, and 12% is saying tailing. What is the correct answer, friends? The correct answer is that, what is transcription? What is transcription? Transcription means formation of messenger RNA from DNA. When the DNA is synthesizing messenger RNA, we call it as transcription. What is tailing? Once the messenger RNA is synthesized, the primary RNA is formed. This primary RNA is going for splicing. And after that, there the polyadenation we are doing there at the 3' end. At the 3' end, polyadenation, that means something is added over there. That is called tailing. Then, what is this capping? What is this capping? Pinky, can you give me answer? Yes, come on. What is capping? Cover. Vinayak is saying that cover. Aryan is saying that removal of intron. Removal of intron is called splicing. Removal of intron is called splicing. And Vivek is saying that it protects the messenger RNA from degeneration. That is something related with the ribosome. Yes, Pinky has said the answer. Addition of methylated guanosine triphosphate at 5'N. That is the answer. Addition of methylated guanosine triphosphate at 5' end of the messenger RNA is called capping. And what is this termination? Once the nitrogen bases UAG or UAA, UGA, any of this codon comes, what happens? The protein synthesis is getting stopped. That is what is called terminating. Or where the terminator is there the transcription takes is getting stopped, synthesis of protein getting stopped. So this is all called terminating. So here the correct answer is that capping. Okay, here the correct answer is then capping. What is capping? Remember, once again, I'm repeat, adding methylated guanosine triphosphate at 5' end of messenger RNA is called capping. Okay, now I stop. Now we come to the topic again. Now the topic is that next, transfer RNA, the adapter molecule. Now what is this transfer RNA? You know that RNAs are 3 types. Messenger RNA, that you already know now. Many times you have heard about messenger RNA. Then second RNA is that transfer RNA. This is the transfer RNA. And this transfer RNA is having an important role. That is, when protein synthesis is taking place, it is the responsibility of the transfer RNA to bring the amino acid which are lying there in the cytoplasm to the place where protein synthesis is taking place. In the cytoplasm, there are so many amino acids. How many amino acids are there? How many amino acids do you know? How many amino acids are there? Come on, quickly write. 20. So 20 amino acids are there. And by using these 20 amino acids, the protein has to be synthesized. That means the amino acid is just like the bricks I say. अभी ये building बांधने के लिए हम लोग brick use कर रहे हैं. ये brick जो बोलता है protein synthesis में amino acid का जैसा है. Or the amino acid we are talking over here is just like a brick. Okay. So who will bring these bricks or who will bring this amino acid for protein synthesis? Transfer RNA. And when the transfer RNA is bringing the amino acid, on messenger RNA, the codons are there that has to be read. And then the amino acid has to be released. But remember, whatever codon is there, whatever message is written there in the form of codon, that cannot be read by messenger RNA. I'm sorry, amino acid. Amino acid cannot go and read the codon or the codon which is there on the messenger RNA. So amino acid cannot do that. So that work is done by transfer RNA, because transfer RNA can read the codon, because transfer RNA is having additional 3 nitrogen bases over here which are free, and these 3 nitrogen bases we call as anticodon. By using this anticodon, the transfer RNA can read the codon. Okay, but at the end of this messenger RNA, I'm sorry, transfer RNA, at the end of this transfer RNA, you can see that 3 nitrogen bases are there, and these 3 nitrogen bases can do one thing, that can bind with the amino acid. Now look at here, this is the amino acid, and this amino acid is getting attached to the C-end, I mean this particular end. At this end, it is getting attached because it can attach over here. When it is attaching over here, we can notice the energy is used. That is why ATP is becoming AMP. And then a complex is formed. This complex we can say amino acyl transfer RNA complex. Okay, so this complex is called as amino acyl transfer RNA complex, because this amino acid can attach to our transfer RNA, but it cannot go and read the messenger RNA. So it is getting attached to here like this by using energy. Okay, then it is called as amino acyl transfer RNA complex. This is the messenger RNA. So this messenger RNA is having codon here. It can be read by the anticodon which are present on the transfer RNA. So this is clear to you. Amino acid cannot attach the codon, cannot read the codon which are there on the messenger RNA. But the amino acid can attach to the transfer RNA, and the transfer RNA bringing the corresponding amino acid over there, and thereby the synthesis of protein takes place. Okay. And another thing you have to remember that 20 different types of amino acid is there. But remember, all the transfer RNA cannot attach the 20 types of amino acids. That means you don't think that so many transfer RNA is there in cytoplasm, I can go with anyone. No. Any amino acid cannot think like that. Any amino acid cannot go and link with any transfer RNA. There are specific reasons for that. Because for every amino acid, the transfer RNA is specific. Okay. So at 3' end, there is a nitrogen base, free nitrogen bases called ACC, and there the amino acid is getting linked, that is connected. But we can see that for every amino acid, there is a specific transfer RNA. That means you can think now 20 different types of amino acids are there. Minimum 20 different types of transfer RNA is required. Okay, you got the point clearly, friends, now? So for every amino acid, a specific transfer RNA. Amino acid cannot go with anyone like that. Okay, when 20 people are there, I can go with anyone. No, I can go with my own specific transfer RNA. Got the point? Now one example we can say that whenever the protein synthesis is taking place, whenever a protein synthesis is taking place, there is an amino acid called methionine. When the methionine carrying transfer RNA is coming and sitting over messenger RNA and transferring that methionine, then only the protein synthesis will start. So protein synthesis start करने के लिए एक ट्रांसफर आरएनए वहां आना जरूरी है. वो ट्रांसफर आरएनए में जो अमीनो एसिड अटैच किया गया है वो मेथियोनिन होना चाहिए. So when the methionine comes first, when the methionine is coming and released over there, then further process of synthesis will take place. That yesterday we have seen that the codon for that is what? AUG. The codon AUG is representing methionine, and the anticodon accordingly comes over there and releasing the methionine amino acid, and synthesis of protein starts. And then it is going on like that. At the end, we can notice that 3 codons, any of the 3 codons, UAA, UAG, or UGA, any one of these 3 nitrogen bases come together, codon will come, then corresponding transfer RNA is no more available. Then no more amino acid for that, no more transfer RNA is available, and the protein synthesis will stop. So remember, so there is a stop codon where no transfer RNAs will be there. There is an initiator transfer RNA that is bringing methionine for synthesis of protein, and for every amino acid there is a specific transfer RNA. Is it clear to you, friends? Is it clear to you? Please use the chat box. Yes or no? Yes. Now you see, this is one transfer RNA, we can say. This transfer RNA is having a particular shape. Especially 2 shape you have to study. One is called clover leaf model. This is called clover leaf model. This is a 2-dimensional picture, 2D picture. So it is 2-dimensional. In this, the shape is that clover leaf model. Model we say clover leaf. Examination को suppose if they are asking any question to draw a neat label diagram of cloverleaf model of DNA, you have to draw this diagram. And we can see that there is another model called a hairpin model, but hairpin model is not given there in your textbook, I think so. So I'm not talking anything about that. This is called cloverleaf model. This you have to practice. So when you draw this diagram, no need to say all these nitrogen bases like this. No need to say, but here it is shown. But while drawing the diagram, even if you are not writing, there is no problem. But something you have to import, label you have to import, means with labeling you have to do. One labeling is that the left side there is a loop called a D loop. You have to write, you have to label it D loop. Right side one loop is there, that is called T loop. And here one loop is there, that is called anticodon loop. At anticodon loop, 3 nitrogen bases are here. And these 3 nitrogen bases are used for reading the codon on messenger RNA. These nitrogen bases used for reading the codon which are there on the messenger RNA. Okay, and these codons, I mean 3 nitrogen bases we call anticodon. मैसेंजर आरएनए में जो 3 नाइट्रोजन बेसिस होता है उसको कोडोन बोलता है. ट्रांसफर आरएनए में जो नाइट्रोजन बेसिस है उसको एंटीकोडोन बोलता है. So this you have to write without mistake. And after that, this end we can say this is the free end. This is the free end, and at this free end, one end you remember without fail you have to add this point. This is the 5' end. Left side में जो end होता है that is 5' end. Right side में जो end होता है that is 3' end. At the 3' end, you can see that 3 nitrogen bases are unpaired. Rest all are paired over here. यार 4 दिखाया है वो wrong है. ये जो shading किया है वही ध्यान में रखना. So 3 nitrogen bases are there, that these are unpaired. Normally it ends up as CCA. The 3 nitrogen bases which are unpaired, that is ends at as CCA, and 5' end में जो beginning होता है G, ये आपको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा. 5' end का beginning always with a G guanosine and ending with a CCA at 3' end, which are normally unpaired. So this much what I told you is clear to you, friends. I told you about the structure of transfer RNA. In structure of transfer RNA, I repeat, there are 3 loops. Okay, there is one loop called D loop, left side, right side T loop, and down anticodon loop where 3 nitrogen bases are there, which is unpaired. These are called anticodons. And opposite of that, there is an unpaired end. I'm sorry, that is a free end. We call it as free end. At free end, you can see that the arm starting that is with the guanosine, that is 5' end, and ending with the CCA, that is mostly unpaired end. The 3' end ending with the CCA, and the amino acid is attaching to this end. Okay, always the amino acids are getting attached to the 3' end. Now, this picture here, you are getting one picture over here. This is a 3-dimensional picture of cloverleaf model of DNA. The previous slide I showed you. The previous slide I showed. The previous slide I showed, that is 2-dimensional, but here what you are observing now, that is 3-dimensional. Okay, so 3-dimensional is always somewhat L shape. Now you look at the shape, you can say that is L shape. 3-dimensional L shape, 2-dimensional, that is cloverleaf model. Okay, cloverleaf का जैसा दिखता है. Okay, but whatever it is L shape. Okay, transfer RNA is L shape. Okay. Now I will finish. I will stop at this particular slide once we complete RNA, and then we'll stop, because tomorrow we have to start the second part of protein synthesis, that is translation. So now we are going to see about RNA. Now you see some question you can see over here. There, you look at fast. What is that? Why RNA is called adapter molecules? Why RNA is called adapter molecule? Now look at the answer. I already told you the answer for this in the previous slide. Why? Transfer RNA is adapter molecule because the amino acid cannot read the codon on messenger RNA. Any amino acid you look at, that amino acid cannot read the codon which is there on the messenger RNA. The codon can be read by only the transfer RNA by using the anticodons. So because of that, the corresponding amino acid is getting attached to the transfer RNA at 3' end. So simultaneously binds with the amino acid. So that is the answer for this question. Now after that, you see, name different types of RNA. Now look at the picture over here. There are 3 types of RNA. This is the messenger RNA, this is the ribosomal RNA, and this is the transfer RNA. So these are the 3 different types of RNAs. And then which molecule, name the site of protein synthesis. The site of protein synthesis is nothing. This is the ribosome. Okay, ribosome structure we have to see. So this is the ribosome. Ribosome, you know that there are 2 units, one small unit and one large unit. Okay, so the ribosome is the site where the protein synthesis is taking place. Now next question is that which molecule carries information of protein synthesis from gene? Gene means that is DNA. From the DNA, who is carrying the message or information for the synthesis of gene and for the synthesis of protein? Who is carrying? Come on, tell me fast. Messenger RNA. So messenger RNA is bringing the message to ribosome for the synthesis of protein. So messenger RNA is bringing the information. And last, which molecule carries amino acid from cytoplasm to ribosome? Okay, which molecule carries amino acid from cytoplasm to ribosome? Now you see, this is the amino acid. Who brought this amino acid? Now look at over here. Who is bringing the amino acid? Who is bringing the amino acid? Please write down in the chat box quickly. Who is coming over there? The transfer RNA is bringing the amino acid. Okay. Now you see here, you are seeing something structure, some pink color you are seeing here. That is nothing. That is the ribosome. Okay. Now let me see what is there in the next slide. Next slide, we have to talk about the translation, that is the mechanism of photosynthesis. I don't want to go into that right now. Tomorrow we will start the second part of the mechanism of protein synthesis. Now you please remember that in 4.5, chapter number 4, section 5, we are studying about protein synthesis. And the protein synthesis, a lot of informations we have learned. The beginning, transcription, then genetic code, then mutation, and after that we come to this area now. So a lot of informations we are covered there in the section under section A. So that you have to keep in mind. And now we are going to the B part, that is mechanism of photosynthesis, protein synthesis, and that mechanism we will see tomorrow. And before when we come tomorrow, whatever we have seen today, based on that, we will do the poll. Okay, so now one more poll we will do, and after that we will stop it. Okay, friends, you are okay? You need one more poll? Yes. So one more poll I'm going to give you right now. Okay, you answer it fast. Six seconds. 2 seconds. Time over. Okay. I'm sharing the result. Sharing the result. See what is the result over there. Name the molecule which carries anticodon. Just now I told you the molecule which carrying amino acid. See now here the question is twisted. I didn't ask amino acid. I asked anticodon. Which one is the correct answer? Which one is the correct answer? 79% says that transfer RNA. 16% says ribosomal RNA. 11% says messenger RNA, and nobody agreed that DNA. So DNA is outed. So DNA is having no role. Messenger RNA, what is the role of messenger RNA? Bring message from DNA. What is the role of ribosomal RNA? Provide site for protein synthesis. And who is bringing amino acid? The amino acid is brought by transfer RNA. But remember, here the question is that anticodon, that means in this case we can say the transfer RNA contains anticodons. So transfer RNA is the correct answer. So today we have done, I think 3 polls we have done today. Everything is okay now. I hope everything is fine for you. You are enjoying it, I hope. So tomorrow morning, again at 9 o'clock, we will meet. And tomorrow beginning, we will do poll, I think so. See if everybody comes on time. If everybody is present on time, then we can do beginning itself. We will do a 10 question poll in the beginning based on topics we covered today. Okay, mostly the topics which we covered today, and tomorrow we will do, and after that we will, whatever time we are getting accordingly, we will start the topic. So I don't want to run. I don't want to, my intention is not to finish the portion. My intention is not to cover up the syllabus. My intention is that you have to learn everything, even little bit. That is more, more tasty. It must be more tasty. It must be digestible, and you should got it clearly. So that is my intention. So I don't want to run. So otherwise I could have finished putting this slide, this part itself 2 days back, but I'm just going slow. So tomorrow morning we will see. Till then, you take care. So tomorrow morning we will see. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Have a nice time. Okay.